say, oh yeah. Hey everybody, I'm the Dr. Bob Lee for 107.5 WBLS, and I'm on the board of the African American Day Parade, and it's coming up too. Also coming up on today's show, we'll shine a light on the latest work of a national security and foreign policy expert. Then we'll connect with a senior director at one of our community's leading health facilities to learn about how they've achieved another major milestone. Plus, we'll sit down with the chairman of the African American Day Parade and the AADP producer of the pre-parade show, who will give us the behind-the-scenes look at what to expect at this year's parade celebration. It's going to be nice, too. You got to check it out. It's the 56th. And then finally, we'll learn about the efforts of two organizations pushing forward sustainable housing efforts for one of our city's most vulnerable populations. So stay tuned, kick off your shoes, and relax your feet. We're wide open. I'm the Dr. Bob Lee. Here we go. Hey everybody, with the Dr. Bob Lee, and you're watching Open. It's that live interactive program that brings the Bronx and New York City straight to your TV set. Stay connected to us through social media at BronxNet TV. Leading things off, our next guest is a U.S. Army veteran. Thank you for your service. We love you. We appreciate you. Thank you for all you do and continue to do. She's an educator also, a national security and foreign policy expert, and the founder of Diversity in National Security. She's here to speak about her book, a brand new one, Why National Security Matters, and to discuss the latest in foreign policy and international affairs. So please welcome to the show, Asha Castleberry-Hernandez. Welcome.
Thank you, Dr. Bob Lee.
Thank you for your service.
Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that.
Yeah. So wait a minute, you're no stranger to the show. You've been here before, so we don't have to initiate you or anything like that, right?
No, not at all.
But if we do, you've been through it all.
Yes, yes. Absolutely. And my work remains relevant, as we have seen in the media cycle, with regards to so many different national security foreign policy issues, just recently involving having troops in Washington, D.C. to dealing with the Russia-Ukraine war, as well as prior to that, the Israel-Hamas conflict continues to happen. So there's lots going on that when you look at these issues, especially with Russia-Ukraine and the Hamas conflict, with, these issues are becoming more and more increasingly impacting us here at home.
Yeah. Being a foreign policy expert, how does that touch you? How do you feel about that?
Yes.
All these things taking place.
Oh, I mean, it's inundating, the media cycle. So we are seeing more and more people, engage with these issues, whether it's in national media or definitely when it comes to social media. And when you see ongoing depictions of these conflicts, especially when it comes to the issue in the Middle East, more people are paying attention and they're more engaged, and they're also reaching out locally on what can we do to, address this issue, especially with our local elected officials. Do
people know what to do? Or people are like, hey, what's going on here? Or just letting it go on without, I know people are thinking about it. What can we do?
Well, some people don't because civic education is at its lowest. But those that do know, they do reach out to their elected officials as far as expressing their concerns. One issue with regards to the starvation crisis in Israel, in Gaza, that was really one that was the latest and greatest. And also they reach out to NGOs and international organizations like the United Nations to speak out in terms of the ongoing crisis there. Same thing when it comes to Ukraine and Russia, where we have the veterans community speaking out against Russian aggression in Ukraine, and also playing a part as far as what does a peace deal look like. So very active, and one way to do is definitely to reach out to your local officials as far as expressing your concerns and mobilizing people with you, and as far as using new media to express your interest. People are paying attention in new media.
Yeah. What does that new media look like, though?
New media looks like this. Looks like podcast programs. People are using Substack. They're using just different social media outlets to pretty much express their concerns, their interests, as far as what they look what in terms of their public policy preference or perspective.
Yeah. Now, we went in, we didn't tell anything about your background. For the people who don't know, give us a little history.
Yes.
A little overview.
So I have been part of the national security, foreign policy field for almost 20 years.
You started out in the military?
Yes, I started out in the military. It was kind of dual, right? So it was the military as a ROTC student down at one of the best HBCUs known as Hampton University, the real HU. Sorry, Howard. And then also while I was there, I was a study abroad student to places like China as well as University of Oxford. And then I continued my work in as a reservist in the military, deploying to places like the Middle East, working on counterterrorism, as well as Central America, working on peacekeeping efforts, as well as election observing. And then beyond that, went into academia, media, and then served in the Biden-Harris administration, working on strategic work involving policy on the Middle East, and strategic competition involving Russia and China.
So you've been in it for a while.
Yes, I have. Wow. in multiple domains. Yes.
And then you also came up with the founder. You're the founder of Diversity and National Security Network. What is your organization doing, and how does it elevate the voices in national security and with others? Yes,
so the intent of the organization is to amplify or empower those that are involved in national security, mainly underrepresented groups like communities of color, veterans, because traditionally the national security domain or apparatus is not as diverse. It's always been like that. But just to best represent the country overall. Unfortunately, we have experienced a significant hit because of that first name, diversity. There's been an anti-DEIA movement happening to where people's, there's been a target on those that are in the work of DEIA. But we're still moving on in terms of empowering those in this space, especially from underrepresented groups, and working on a new project called National Security 2050, where we look at emerging and current national security issues and how they impact people domestically. One reason is because based on just the recent election and the rise of populism, we're seeing that a lot of people around the world, especially Americans, are out of touch with foreign policy and global trends and how they're impacting us here at home. And for example, COVID-19, climate change, looking at the outcomes of the global economy. Many of us are more reactive to those symptoms of those different type of issues and not proactive as far as what can we do to prevent, adapt to these type of global trends. So we're here to educate and provide recommendations on how to adapt to future and current national security global trend issues.
Seems like there's a whole lot more to it. You just named a few, but like COVID-19, that's still on the rise. You got the measles, you got all these degenerative diseases happening, and it seems like it's just being not covered up, but not spoken about.
Yes, because we don't really have good national leadership right now that is underscoring that we need to stay on top of these type of issues. Like, for instance, the current national leadership recommended we pull out the WHO, right? The World Health Organization. Well, that puts the United States at a disadvantage because as a member of the WHO, we're there learn about future pandemics, exchanging information, doing a lot of research, with other countries around the world. So that helps us stay on top of these issues. So if we need to fund local programs to help us adapt to a future pandemic, well, we are better off by being more integrated with the world, helping to combat future pandemics or working on the current ones that are sometimes, come up, then come down.
Yeah.
When we're removing ourselves from these type of issues, that's where it's a problem.
Yeah,
You don't hear nothing about it.
Yeah, I think we have to go local now. Education is the key, like we mentioned before on ABC with the American, with the African American Day Parade.
Yes, education is national security too, by the way.
That's national security too.
Yes.
And the community-based CBOs have to step up and maybe fill in the gap.
Yes.
Because if you're not getting the funds from where they're supposed to come from, then we have to fill in the gap somehow, some way.
A perfect example of that where you see intersection of education and national security is supporting STEAM, science, technology, education, arts, mathematics. Those industries right there help us acquire the necessary skill sets to adapt to the 21st century global economy and compete against countries like China and many others where our students are more well advanced. We need those in place because if we don't fund those type of programs, we're going to fall behind in terms of research and making sure that we're competitive in this global economy where we're more integrated with other countries. But, if you divest in it, we become less competitive.
All right, can we keep her on for about another half hour? Because I've got some... but I wanted to get into AI, but I know I want to talk about your book, too, your new book. Tell us about that book, Why National Security Matters.
Yes.
And you gave us a quick synopsis within the conversation already, but you can do it again.
Yes. Well, the reason why I decided to publish a book called Why National Security Matters because I feel that there needs to be an explanation on how the foreign policy, national security issues impact us.
Yeah.
When I returned home from the Middle East, that was around 2015, 16, I noticed that the American people were out of touch with the work we do around the world, or in other words, too, had still maintained this isolated mentality to where it led to rejection to the world, rejection towards international institutions, rejection towards immigrants, just a rejection towards the international system itself. And I felt that all it needed was an explanation from a practitioner as far as we may not want to go down that trajectory in terms of rejecting the world. We need to learn about it and then build your own perspective. So I felt like there was a myopic view that was cooking up in the United States and just not enough explanation. So I felt like it was in my mission in life to not only teach at Fordham University foreign policy, but to also write a book, go on TV like CNN, MSNBC, and CBS News and Fox News.
And BronxNet.
Yes, and BronxNet, yes, to help explain these issues, yes.
Yeah. So where can we find more about your book?
Yes.
Is it on social media or you have a website where we can go and take another peek?
Yes, it's on Amazon as well as Barnes & Nobles, and also go to Instagram and my website, www.ashacastleberry.com. And you can also go on my LinkedIn.
There you go.
Yes.
Give her a big round of applause, everybody. If you got your hands loose, clap real fast like that. And at home, too, Asha Castleberry-Hernandez, author, Why National Security Matters. We appreciate you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right. Thank you once again for your service.
Thank you.
All right. We'll do a quick break, and we'll come back with a whole lot more. I'm the Dr. Bob Lee. Stay tuned. And welcome back. Our next guest is the Senior Director of Emergency Service Line at the Montefiore Medical Center and joins us to highlight a significant milestone achieved by the hospital's emergency department and to discuss the vital health care services offered by the organization. So please welcome to the show, Jamie Uyami.
Thank you.
Did I say right? Uyami?
Yes.
It's spelled differently, but I just wrote it phonetically, you know.
You said it perfectly.
But no problem. Tell us a little bit about what you do at the hospital.
Sure. I am the Senior Director for the Emergency Service Line at Montefiore Medical Center. I oversee the emergency departments and the clinical operations, oversee the nursing, and again, just take a look, oversee the day-to-day operations, and of course, nursing. Yeah,
and then you have the significance of the is it the Weiler Hospital?
Yes.
Yes. Tell us a little bit about that.
So we recently received our second time for Montefiore, our Lantern Award, which is phenomenal.
They got me going like this.
Phenomenal accomplishment. The Lantern Award is a nationally recognized award that celebrates emergency departments that exemplify excellence in leadership, nursing leadership practice, nursing education, research, and also supportive, who provide a supportive work environment.
And I see here that you serve as a diverse population of Bronx residents. How has redesigned the triage process and the implementation of new technologies and a commitment to mentorship shaped improved patient care?
As an academic medical center, we are continuously looking and searching for ways to improve our patient care, especially in the emergency department, and improving a patient's journey every step of the way. So, you know, being able to get to our patients faster, getting their treatments faster, and also being able to receive care efficiently in a faster time.
You've been there for how long?
I've been with Montefiore for about 2 years.
All right. You're comfortable. You got acclimated.
Yes, yes. I've been in, emergency medicine for about 15 years now.
Oh,
so
you got your boots on the ground. You're in it.
Yes.
What stands out in your mind about the importance of what you're doing in your work?
In my work, I think it's very important that we provide the care that our patients in this community needs.
Yeah.
And, we are, evolving in time, especially integrating, new technology, and, being able to serve the diverse community that we have here in the Bronx, and making sure that they receive the care and the needs that they need.
Yeah. And this new improved triage department, how does that look? Because it was different before. Everybody was, they said, all right, yeah. But now,
our dynamic triage process allows us to be able to have a patient come in, be seen by, greeted and triaged by a nurse within minutes of them, arriving. We've been able to direct them and room them into, into a care area depending on what they're coming in for, a reason for their visit, and allowing our teams to be able to assess them within minutes of arrival. And this has, provided us to get to our patients much faster and care for their needs.
Excellent. Make our listening audience feel comfortable about coming to your hospital.
Coming to our hospital, they will be able to, I think, be comfortable in being able to be seen and treated by a knowledgeable group of healthcare providers and professionals. We have a team that cares for our patients and really wants to prioritize what their needs are and making sure that they receive the care that they need, that they have the experience that all of our patients deserve coming into our emergency department.
And what again are some of the new technologies that we feature?
So we've actually embedded a live tracking board system within our medical health records, allowing our nurses and our providers to be able to track in real time, there's CAT scan results or CT times, lab results, and being able to see what they can do to, expedite and care for our patients, and, being able to, see, address any delays that need to be addressed, and overall provide, I think, a faster and overall, good experience within the emergency department.
Seems like that's the hospital to go to. Huh?
Yep. Additionally, we've also added a mobile device, medication scanning device, which will allow our nurses to be able to ensure that for accurate, medication dosing.
Yeah. What about patient education? A lot of people, they don't know their way around when it comes to maybe taking medications or filling out documents. That seems to be a tough thing for a lot of patients.
Yes. Every care member in our team that interacts with our patients, it's really important that we explain the processes, explain what we're doing every step of the way, from registration to the forms that they're signing, to any tests or treatments or medications that they'll be receiving, and ensuring that our patients, are receive the information and educated before, they sign for any type of consent or get any treatments done, and allow our patients to be able to ask questions before any treatment or medications are given.
They got the right person for the job. She's laying it all out, right? So where do you want to go from here? Personally, do you want to take it to the next step and become a doctor? I see you took a little breath there. I just, you never know.
I think, nursing has always, I think there's always room for all nurses to be able to grow, whether it be taking a pathway of, becoming, a doctorate in your, in your profession, and for myself, always looking to see how I can, be able to grow in my education, and also in my career path.
What makes it all worthwhile for you? Any stories that you can share that you had an encounter with a patient, or you helped them become a better person or healthier? Emergency
nursing will always have challenges, and some challenges that you can't always prepare for. However, it does give you the privilege of being able to be at the most critical moments of patients' lives when they do come in. And I think when you come into nursing, as long as you have the compassion, the teamwork, willingness to continue learning, you'll find that you'll not only grow as a nurse, but the career is also deeply rewarding and meaningful for our patients.
Well, you just don't receive a Lantern Award. What are some of the things that you have to do in order to get one?
So our teams work together, especially our frontline teams. Really, our nurses are involved in some initiatives and projects, and working with our leadership and being innovative with new ideas. And so they continuously are, leveraging, our technology, our patient experiences to see, how they can always, make our patient care overall better, and making it a great experience for not just our patients, but also a continuous learning experience for our nurses.
Well, Jamie, you won it twice already.
Yes.
Third time coming up?
We are looking to expand for some of our other Bronx hospitals.
You preparing for it?
We are preparing for it.
And what are some of those other Bronx hospitals?
So we oversee Wakefield Hospital, our Moses campus, and also our Mount Vernon campus over in Mount Vernon. Yeah.
Now, how else do you get out to let people know about what you're doing at the hospitals? Your outreach. You have community outreach. Do you visit schools, community centers?
So yes, we have, we are involved in community outreach. We go to some of the events that are out in the community, making sure our teams are involved. And we, our teams are actually encouraged to involve themselves, especially some of our newer nurses that join our teams, to be involved in community services and helping serve our communities and being involved in them.
And all of this is on your website?
Yes, so you can visit, get more information at our website on MontefioreEinstein.org. You can follow our social media, which is located at the bottom of our homepage. And then for more information regarding the Lantern Award, you can visit our the ENA website at ENA.org.
There you go. would you like to give a shout out or say hello to some of the people who work with you?
I would. I want to, take the time to recognize our, Weiler ED nurses and also our providers who, have made this, the huge accomplishment and their teamwork and hard work. And of course, our, providers who have also helped us, achieve this accomplishment.
Thank you for your service. Thank you for all that you do and continue to do in our community. Continue the outreach. We want to know more and come back.
Yes.
Okay, let us know.
Absolutely.
All right.
Thank you.
But thank you so much for joining us. Jamie Uyami.
Yes.
We appreciate you.
Thank you.
MSN, RN, Senior Director of Emergency Service Line, Montefiore Medical Center.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Got it. All right, we'll take a quick break. I've got more right here. We're open.
19.7% of Bronxites currently experience food insecurity. Meanwhile, instead of these nice, colorful foods, this is the best food that they have access to. If this sounds like you, there are a bunch of resources to get healthy food for free or cheap. If you want to help, you might consider donating or volunteering in one of these places. Community fridges like this one are all over the city and allow New Yorkers to conveniently donate extra food to people who might need it. Go to this link and find your nearest one. Food banks and pop-up events like these provide millions of healthy meals to families in need. These organizations are distributing meals to Bronxites as we speak and are always accepting donations and volunteers.
We learned that everything starts with ourselves, then we have to educate ourselves, then we have to build community and use our imagination.
And welcome back. Our next guests are the producer of the pre-parade show and the chairman of the African American Day Parade. And they join us to speak about the 56th annual African American Day Parade celebration. So please welcome to the show Veronica Hickman and Yusuf Hasan. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Jump right in just like that.
Yeah.
We've been doing this for like 56 years.
Yes.
Wow.
Thank you for having us, number one.
Yeah.
And Bob, you've always been with us for this 50-some years.
Yeah.
And we appreciate all the work you do to make this parade a great parade, as usual.
Well, you know, for most of those 56 years, I was out there under the tent with Hal Jackson. Start up already. But yeah, Hal Jackson and WB was under that tent broadcasting live. Mm-hmm. And of course, the chairman then was
Abe Snyder.
Abe Snyder.
Yeah.
And he ran it strict like you do. Hey, this is this, that's that. You know, this is what we want to present. This is what we want to do. We want people to enjoy, educate themselves, and experience people coming in from different parts of the country.
As well as focusing on, you know, our ancestors, keeping our community in a place where the spirits are lifted. Mm-hmm. You know, we go through a lot of trauma. Yeah. We've been in a lot of areas where our community really need to be paid attention to for what we've been doing throughout the years.
Yes.
You know, supporting all the good things in our community. And we're not a negative community. We are very, very positive. Yes. And we want to make sure this parade allow us to have that opportunity to uplift the spirits of our community.
And the theme this year is?
Education.
Education is the key.
Number one priority. We want to make sure people are educated on many, many levels.
Yes.
And that's why I think it's important for us to have some great grand marshals this year, as yourself and Senator Bookham, along with some other great leaders, Tony Allen from Delaware State, and then you have Martin Novelli coming in from, you know, Grambling State University. But the key to this is this. It's not more just about academical education. It's also about community education.
Yes, yes, yes.
And that's where you comes in with what you do on these shows and what Sandra Bookman does on her show. We communicate to the community and the peoples how important it is that we keep truth out up front.
And I felt very comfortable with that when you mentioned education. I said, you know, we started the WBLS On Time program years ago. I'm looking, you know, back there. And Percy Sutton said, you know, we have these 2 vehicles. We want you and a gentleman by the name of Mr. Magic to go around and sell the goodwill of the radio station. So we visited schools throughout the tri-state area, trying to encourage students to stay in school, be on time, and get a good education. So, and we continue to do that. And when you mentioned education, I said, this is it. This is what we do. So let's continue to educate our youth. And I know, Jasmine, we have something, there's a pre-parade thing that's happening. We started a few years ago. What's going to happen with that?
Oh, wow. I'm so excited about the pre-parade show. But before I speak about that, the Get Involved event that we're going to have is kind of like the African American Day weekend.
Oh,
yes, we're celebrating
like
it.
Harlem Week. It started for one day in front of the Harlem State Office building, and bam.
And bam. And it's like, first we're going to have something on Saturdays, like a community event, literacy, health, celebrating our culture. We're going to have entertainment. We're going to have vendors there with some wonderful things that they're going to be handing out for free. And it's just going to be absolutely great. I'm excited because of the talent, if you don't mind. The talent that we're going to have, I'm just really excited about. We have a group called Rascals. Remember the group called ABC?
Yeah.
They were like a little, well, we have like another edition of that, and they're just very talented. We have a group called Soul Talk, and you would think it means Soul Talk, but it's actually like a tap dance group. And the women who run that group, their name is Chloe and Maud. They also dance with Debbie Allen, and they also dance with Beyonce. So they formed the Young People's Group. And these young ladies, they do some amazing tap dancing. I mean, it's one more thing. Okay, so we have the Go Hard.
Bring it. Here we go.
We have the Go Hard dancers. They're from Harlem, and they're going to do some hip hop dancing. And it's just, and we have a poet. I mean, I'm just really excited about it. So we want people to come on out on Saturday so they can see everything that's going to be happening, and that'll lead us.
Are you going to be jumping up and down on stage too?
No. I'll be out on Saturday. I'll be working behind the scenes.
Because you have skills too.
Yeah, I knew you was going to say that. I knew you was going to bring that up. So I'm going to tell you this. Because of Bob, I sing, right? So because of Bob used to tell me, you should go and sing too. And I'm like, no, I'm just helping out. But because of you, I'm going to be singing again this year for the pre-parade show. And I have my friend Gina singing with me, and we're going to do a wonderful gospel song. And we got a couple of surprises for you guys with that. So yeah, it's going to be really exciting. So we're hoping everybody comes out on Saturday. And then Sunday, if you come to the pre-parade show, get there early. It's going to start around 10:30 because you want to bring your chairs, you bring everything, and you're going to have a good time. It's going to be
That's in front of the Harlem State Office building, right?
Right.
Saturday, September
20th. Is also in front of it's on the plaza of the Harlem State Office building. Yeah. And I believe that's going to be from 11 to 6, right?
Yes.
11 to 6. Yeah. Come on out. It's going to be great. And then on Sunday, it's going to be 10:30. The pre-parade show starts, where you're going to come for a little while, but then you're going to head downtown, right, to walk up with the other grand marshals, right? So we're gonna have you halftime.
You setting it up?
Yeah, we talked about that. And and then the parade starts at 12:30. So we just have a lot of talent. I'm so excited, and I just can't wait for everyone to come and be there. We're gonna have a great day.
And Cynthia Smith said, "Make sure Yusuf gets me a vehicle."
We have a vehicle for Cynthia, as well as we have vehicles for Inez Dickens, and we have other things.
They travel back and forth
White,
between the blocks and back up.
And I want to dovetail back on the day before the event, which is the community literacy, health, and cultural event. We're also going to have a health panel on the plaza, where we have physicians from Mount Sinai Hospital going to be asked. People can ask questions as we talk about mental health and other issues in our community, as well as we're going to have Tai Chi at that particular day by our friend Malik Codwell, and he's going to be having us do a demonstration right on the plaza for our community, and we want to make sure that some of our seniors can come out, seniors and the children come out.
The Get Involved event.
Yes, that's going to be great. I mean, you know, we want to make sure this is not more than just a good time, but it's also a serious time. We want our community to be healthy. We want to make sure they're educated, and we want to make sure that we have wholesome food out there for those who need good health. And so it's going to be just a overall great event that brings substance to our community.
There are a lot of unions involved, there are healthcare organizations, there's media companies involved. How many media companies are involved?
Oh, we have some great sponsors this year. I mean, Veronica knows about those sponsors, huh?
Yeah, so I have my paper right here. We have Mount Sinai, WBLS, Northwell, Schomburg Center, and many more that come and support us, and we couldn't do it without them.
There you go.
Yeah, it's great.
And a lot of marching.
You just had Montefiore on. They used to be one of our great, you know, sponsors of the parade, and I hope they will continue to support us. But this parade is really about taking care of our peoples, especially our seniors. They are very dear to my heart, and the little ones. When I see that we have a special place for our seniors, on a tent where they can sit back and watch the fruit of their labor go past, not the negativity. We doesn't have alcohol floats in our parade. We does not sponsor anything that brings, you know, cursing and loud music that hurting the ears in the community. But also to see great doctors walk past, to see the police department walk past, and you see unions go past, and all the you know, sororities. So grandma can sit there, and grandpa and uncles not in their wheelchairs and their walkers, and they can really enjoy to seeing the best of their people go past them. That's so wonderful to me.
Lots of dignitaries, elected officials, and then the bands that come from, you know, Maryland and different parts of the country.
And they bring in a lot of excitement. And I think it's also important to see the little children. What touches me as well is the little girls and boys who've been in their apartment buildings for so many years, learning how to do the step 2s and the step 1s and practicing. And then they have no stage to really show off what they've done. And this parade allowed us to have that for them. And they are so happy on that day. And they have to go to school the next day.
There you go.
And they come from all over the country.
This
is a national parade. I think people had very well kept secret in Harlem, but it's the Harlems of the world need to recognize how important this parade is because Harlem is our home, and we need to keep that space for our community.
See the police department doing the electric slide, and people just having fun. You know? Having fun and learning and getting involved in this wonderful experience. This year's the 56th, huh?
56th annual, that's right. So it's going to be good. Can I just add something real quick with our Get Involved event? One thing I love about it is we have a literacy program where we give out free books to the kids. We're going to put out like a mat where the kids can sit down and read their books, and they're going to be able to enjoy it and get educated just from even doing that. You know, and then we also have Karen White, who's our marshal. She used to sing Superwoman. I'm not your Superwoman. She's going to be one of our grand marshals,
Maybe I can do the background dancing for her.
That's right.
And so this year, you know, also, you know, our community been through a lot of trauma. You know, and I think sometimes we suffer in silence. You know, we've lost Charlie Rangels, who's been with the parade from its inception. We've lost Hazel Dukes has been with us since its inception, as well as Tamara Norman, who is our vice president, and certainly Lord Williams. And so we have great giants that have left us this past year, and we will miss them at the parade. But we want to keep their spirits alive in our community.
Hal Jackson, all of them will be Percy Sutton, they'll all be looking down. They may be blending in with us.
That's right. That's right.
Checking it out.
And I had Mayor Dinkins say to me one time when after he became the mayor, he said, Yusuf, I want this parade to live in Harlem forever. Forever. And, you know, and that's our goal, to keep it in Harlem forever.
There you go.
That's right.
So the 20th and 21st. Mark it on your calendar. 20th and 21st. We'll be on the plaza of the Harlem State Office Building on the 21st. And can we bring our cots out there and spend the night and wake up right there? Because we still got work to do the next day.
That's right. We'll just push you to the side and we'll fix what we got to fix, and you can just sit on up and enjoy the parade, you know? But get out there early.
Then you have something that starts just before the parade on that stage.
That's the pre-parade show, but we're also going to have a young lady who's going to be talking to the crowd even before we start our pre-parade show. So it's going to be a lot of things happening. I mean, we even have this young kid named Caden Hearns. He does poetry. He even did it for Governor Kathy. And, you know, it's going to be great. I'm sorry. You just got to be there. You have to come.
Yeah, we got to get the boots on the ground, kid.
We're going to have this gentleman here doing the boots on the ground instructions. So if anybody wants to join in, they'll get to learn the steps and they'll get to do it.
Yeah,
so it's
get the line dancing going on.
The line dancing is going to be great. Marcus Slade is his name.
Wear your cowboy boots and cowboy hats.
Get your fans. Where them fans at?
There
you know.
You go.
Wonderful.
Who's working with us?
Dorinda.
And we have more than just Dorinda. She's our PR person, and she's been doing a phenomenal job bringing in WABC, Channel 7, on board to make sure that we are live streamed, and we have other great radio and television stations that continue to be involved, like WBLS, and certainly we have Melvin Muhammad with us, the head of our security team, and he's been working with this for over 45 years himself.
Melvin, you've been on TV before, right? Come and show your face in this picture.
And Jasmine.
And you know, Jasmine Robinson, she's the granddaughter of Abe Snyder, and she has been phenomenal as far as making sure that all these things in place for us. She's really the heartbeat behind this parade. But and then you have some other great people like Buki, and you have Kennedy, Simone. And we have just a small team.
Right.
But it's a strong team.
Yes.
But the main people that make this happen is community volunteers.
Yeah.
We've had volunteers in this parade since its inception. They're still around on their wheelchairs, their walkers, but they come out every year and still want us to help and do some volunteer work at the reviewing stand. And I love them for that because they love the parade like we love the parade.
That's right. There you go.
It's in our heart.
Yes.
And if it's in your heart, you're never going to stop loving it and working with it and making sure it happens every year.
That's right.
It's on the website. You got the social media and everything going on?
Yes. So we have the the African American Day Parade.org. You can get all the information, and on Instagram you can also go to the African American Day Parade. All our information will be there.
Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Thank you.
We'll see you on, I'm not going to say Parkway.
Okay.
We'll see you on the Boulevard.
That's right. That's right. We can't wait to honor you.
But you can still get something to wave it.
Yes.
Appreciate you guys and love you guys so much.
Thank you so much, Bob. Can't wait to honor you.
Who's the chicken sandwiches?
We're going to have sandwiches. Remember.
We'll take a quick break and we'll be back with more next.
Thank you, Bob.
What's up, creative family? Discover your voice with BronxNet Community Media Classes. Are you ready to bring your ideas to life? At BronxNet, we offer television production classes for community members ages 18 and over, empowering you to share your vision with the world. Get certified in field production, in-studio production, and our new exciting addition, podcast production. Once certified, you can create your own show to air on one of our 6 TV channels. It all starts with our free Unleash Your Ideas Masterclass, designed to help you plan your show idea and set you up for success on your production journey. This class is offered at the beginning of each month for your convenience. Our dedicated BronxNet team is here to support, encourage, and uplift you every step of the way. Join us and become a part of the creative force that engages and inspires the Bronx community and beyond. Sign up today and start your media journey with BronxNet. Visit bronxnet.org/education to learn more and register. Let's create something amazing together.
We're going to start the show right now. This is my favorite part. Ready in 5, 4, 3, 2. Hey, this is Angel, and I am one of the instructors for the in-studio production. Here at BronxNet, we offer classes that can help you elevate, expand, and start your television career. All you have to do is sign up at bronxnet.org/education. For the past 7 years, I have been in various productions, spanning from talk shows, independent films, news reports, art displays, teachings, musical performances, and many more. Ain't that right, Angel? Yeah, you're absolutely right, Angel. There are a lot of creative individuals that we're just waiting to sign up for the class. And if I may, can I also express thank you, Angel. That's all the time we have left. Visit bronxnet.org/education and become a producer by taking the course. The class I offer is also in English, en español y también bilingüe. Nos vemos en la próxima clase.
welcome back. Our last guests are the CEO and co-founder of Anthos, Anthos Home, and the Commissioner of the New York City Administration of Children's Services. And they're going to join us today to discuss their partnership and to highlight the programs and services that they offer children in foster care and shine a light on how they are providing real solutions to homelessness. So please welcome to the show, Jess Dannhauser and Laura Lazarus. Welcome.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for having us. Thank you. Thank you.
They don't give us much time to get things together, but you know.
You got it. You got it. You're the pro. You're the pro.
Hey, listen, tell us what this is all about. How did you guys come together, and how did it all start?
Sure. Well, at ACS, we care for the city's children who are in foster care, which includes a few thousand young adults who we are helping to prepare for success in their life. And we start really by listening to them. What do they want from us?
That's important.
Absolutely. Yes. And what they've told us over the years is we want someone who's just there for us. And so we built, under this administration, something called Fair Futures to coach young people in foster care until they're 26. They told us they want better support in college, and we built that through something called College Choice. And they also told us we need help securing our first apartment and making sure it's not only an apartment, but a place that they can call home that is safe. And we've worked for many years to try to navigate them through that system with limited success. And so we were lucky to learn about Anthos Home, who had been developing a new model that I'll let Laura talk about, that really we thought was really going to gear themselves towards young people in foster care. And the young people told us they were excited about it, and so we began to build this relationship so that we can make sure young people had their first apartment and were secure in it and safe and able to thrive and focus on their life.
Fair Futures program?
Fair Futures is a program where we serve over 4,000 young people in foster care, from 11 to 26. This is something that's been developed over several years with community-based organizations. The center of it is a coach who is there for young people no matter what. Helps them academically. We're seeing attendance go up. We're seeing graduation rates go up. And we've doubled the number of young people who are in college, from under 200 to 425 in foster care today. But none of that success is going to stick if they're unstably housed, which is why this partnership with Anthos is so important.
So you're the co-founder.
I am.
Of Anthos. Tell us about the organization, just a little history, and how you guys came together.
Sure. So Anthos Home was created with my co-founder, Leslie Abbey, to really focus on helping people secure housing quickly and efficiently. But we were really focused in on a specific issue.
Yes.
There are resources that the government provides called a housing voucher. Your viewers, you may know it as Section 8, but basically it's a government subsidy that helps low-income households afford permanent housing. But the problem is that it's very difficult to use those vouchers. They're cumbersome, they're bureaucratic. Nationally, 40% of Section 8 vouchers go unused because of that difficulty.
I didn't know that. Yeah.
So we were created several years ago to really address that issue and to focus in on helping make sure that landlords wanted to use the voucher, that the people who needed the voucher were able to use it and get through the paperwork requirements, and then get them into that housing and help them stay there.
So did you build a relationship with the landlords, or how does that work?
Yes. So our model is all about helping to support everyone through this process and kind of filling in the gaps as they're needed. The model includes the following. We provide a lot of support with landlords, and we create relationships with landlords throughout the city, and we've worked with more than like 400 units in the Bronx alone to help landlords understand the program. We have expertise to help support both landlords and tenants as they go through the process, and that's where we really have this partnership with ACS and with these young adults, really supporting them in the paperwork process itself. And then we provide support once everyone moves in to make sure that they stay permanently housed. And what underlines all of the work that we do is that we're super flexible and nimble, and we're able to adjust as things are needed in a way that government is not always able to be as flexible as we are, and even the private sector is not necessarily. So that's kind of how our model has been created.
We don't find out a lot about this. You know, nobody talks about this every day. I mean, it's not out in the open. I think you have to have you guys come on more often, or
Well, thank you for giving us the opportunity to talk about it.
Absolutely.
It's an amazing public-private partnership. As Laura was saying, you know, you need the best of government and the best of enterprising nonprofits. They created this, right, to meet a need, and what we're demonstrating with young people. I'll let Laura unveil some of the statistics, but over 100 young people have moved into permanent housing, and they're getting that year-long support from Anthos. Laura, how many of them are still stably housed?
We have 100% housing stability. So it's 135 young adults that we've moved into permanent housing with this partnership with ACS, which has been incredible. And the support that we provide to make sure that they stay housed, kind of help them through any of the adjustments as they move into an apartment. You know, anybody who moves into an apartment has things that happen, and we're able to really support the young adult as they do that. One of our first participants who came to us 2 years ago, so we've only been operating for 2 years. Her name was Jalen, and she moved in. She had been looking for an apartment for 7 months, and every time she talked to a landlord and told them she had a voucher, she never heard back. Once she met us...
They're not respecting people who come through with vouchers, sort of, kind of.
No. And I think doubly on top of that is a young adult. Even though she was super motivated, she was going to college, she was working. You know, if you met her on the street, she would be your perfect candidate for a new apartment, but she was having no luck. So with our intervention, we were able to move her into an apartment within several months. And once she got there, though, she discovered that her utility bills were really high. So she contacted the landlord, and the landlord said, you know, this is really a Con Ed problem. It's not my problem. We contacted him. He said the same thing. So we sent an electrician for $300 to figure out what the problem was. And it was that she was being charged for her neighbor's electric.
What? Oh, my God.
And so we were able to, at that point, get the landlord to fix the problem, deal with her arrears, and she's graduated from our program. She's gotten married. She's just finished a pharmacy tech program that ACS also supports. Wow. And so she's really like launched herself. And without kind of this small intervention, kind of this backstop, that wouldn't have happened.
Wow.
And it's these...
And then those are some of the things that happen, but
that's right.
People probably pay for things like that and don't even realize that this is going on.
That's right. I've been doing this work for 2 decades with young people in foster care. It is those small things that if they're not addressed immediately, the professor left a book off the syllabus. I need $300 to be able to buy that book. I don't have a credit card to do my laundry in college. If they're not addressed immediately, those become sort of mountains out of molehills. And all of our effort, including with Anthos, is to figure out how do we solve those small things to keep young people on track. Because we have to be, provide all the resources that they deserve to make sure, you know, for years we've heard about young people in foster care not graduating from college, becoming homeless. It's not about them. They are capable, they are smart, they're incredibly courageous and resilient, and so it is now about the city stepping up in partnership with folks like Anthos to make sure they get everything they need to succeed.
This is great. This is great. Thank you for all the things that you guys are doing to bring our young people together and help them realize that there are people that can help them step up and get to the next level.
Absolutely.
Wow. Wow. I can stay stuck there for a hot second just to have people thinking, you know. But some of the outcomes that you observed beyond housing stability for our youth have gone through the programs that you guys do.
Absolutely. And, you know, my hope is any young person who's out there who is in foster care, who has recently left foster care, knows that they can reach out. They can reach out to us directly. They can call my office at 212-341-0903. Wherever, if there's any young person who needs support, who is in foster care or has recently left foster care, ACS is really trying to build support around them. We want them to know that we're here for them.
And that number again is?
212-341-0903.
0903. I'm going to say, hey, call Jess.
That's right. That's right. And a lot of the young people know that.
Laura.
Right. I mean, I think what's really exceptional about this partnership with ACS, with Anthos, is that it's not just our role is to provide the housing stability, but they are making sure that the other services that those young people need, such as coaching, for example, with respect to education or healthcare, are being provided by Fair Futures. So that young person has kind of a wealth of support. as they're launching themselves into the world, and they're not really doing that alone.
Yeah. What lessons do you see that this partnership helps in transferring information to other vulnerable groups in the city?
So I think that the work that we're doing in partnership with landlords, property owners, helping them understand that there are ways in which they can access this government resource, which can be daunting, can be bureaucratic, helping them figure out actually this can be achieved and utilized in a way, and we can actually provide that support. And so in addition to the work that we do with ACS, we also work with people with high health needs. We actually work with a number of patients from Montefiore Hospital who are in need of housing as well. And that this model itself, this partnership with ACS, is a great model for addressing homelessness in general.
Okay.
I'd also just note, it's good for the taxpayer because Anthos got lots of foundation and philanthropic support for this. And it makes sure that young people are succeeding and having productive lives, which is great for them and great so that they're not becoming homeless and we're not sort of growing a homeless system. So there's a lot of win-wins in this.
Yeah, I'm loving it. Jess, producer, just called from the from that Wizard of Oz booth up there. He says, have Jess mention that number one more time.
Sure, 212-341-0903, and that's the Office of the Commissioner at ACS.
There you go.
For any young person out there.
You want to give the number? Or
Anthoshome.org is the best way to reach us.
Thank you guys so much. I love what you guys are doing.
Thank you, Doctor.
If you need any help from us, just reach out, throw your hands in the air and say, hey, over here. You know, we would love to do, be a part of some of the things that you guys are doing.
And we'll be looking out for you at the parade. We'll wait for you.
Yes.
Hey.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank
okay. You're the commissioner. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
ACS. Of course, that's Jess Dannhauser. And Laura Lazarus, CEO and co-founder, Anthos Home. We appreciate you guys.
Appreciate you.
For everything that you guys are doing.
Thank you so much.
Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today's show. We want to thank you, our guests, for joining us, and you, our viewers, for tuning in and checking it all out. Keep following us on social media, BronxNet TV. You may join us for next week's episode, too. But always remember this, what you are is God's gift to you. What you make of yourself is your gift to God. So choose your choice. Let your choice control the chooser. And to our armed service men and women, both at home and abroad, and to our veterans, we say thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for your sacrifice, and thank you for your service. I'll see you over 107.5 WBLS. I'm the Dr. Bob Lee. I love you all. Peace. And then you got to go like this. Look.